Good morning and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we welcome on two members from Leo Inc. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having us, Danny.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
Great. So first of all, would you mind just introducing yourselves and giving a quick overview of the services that Leo provides?
Sure. I'm Brigitta Damon, the CEO of Leo.
And I am Lisa McFadden, the Director of Development and Communications.
Great. So we are here to talk about the preschool that you have been renovating for the last several years. But first, you wanted to just give a quick overview of all the services Leo offered, because they're quite extensive.
Great. Well, we're happy to. We are the area's community action agency. We're celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. We are one of 23 community action agencies across the state and one of 1,000 across the country. Community action provides basic needs services to residents within the community. We provide fuel assistance, the VITA volunteer income tax credit program, volunteer income tax assistance program. We help residents to prepare and submit their taxes. We also do food security programs, as well as emergency basic needs, rent, mortgage assistance, and so on. But we're here today to talk about our early ed Head Start program and the exciting renovation we have going on Broad Street.
Yes. So the short answer is you do everything.
We do everything.
That's what it sounds like.
Yes, there are days when it feels like that.
Yes, and what we're most proud of is that we do provide comprehensive services and most importantly to the families and children that we serve in our early education program. So it's a one-stop shop for families that are participating in our early ed program.
And this renovation, it's been going on now for a while. About 2 years is when you moved out of the building and really started redoing it. So what will be the final product?
Well, you're right. It was almost exactly 2 years ago, and we moved in upstairs from you guys here. So it was a nice commute this morning. Our 156 Broad Street was Leo's former headquarters building, and it housed all of our administrative services. We had a couple of classrooms, after-school classrooms, preschool classrooms, on and off during the years. But when we completely emptied the building 2 years ago, we did a full gut renovation. It's about a 30,000 square foot building, 3 floors, circa 1935 or so. Wow. And we went all the way down to the brick exterior of the building and then started rebuilding pretty much from scratch. In early 2025, what we will unveil is a dedicated Head Start preschool campus. We'll have 270 3 to 5-year-old children, about 95 staff members working out of that building, and 15 classrooms that will have about 18 children each.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, we'll be consolidating, merging our Jack Robinson preschool building where we currently serve 90 children on Commercial Street, along with our Blossom Street site, and that move will help the YMCA, the DeMarcus Family Y, to realize its vision for a full, their full campus over on Blossom Street. Yes, I forgot the name.
And what's one of the benefits to having all the classrooms in one place as opposed to having it split like it was before?
I think we're going to see benefits both for our families and children, but also for our staff. In terms, the not so exciting stuff is just the efficiencies of running one building instead of 3.
Of course.
The classrooms that will be moving into the building have operated at some point over 3 different buildings in and around Lynn. So to bring all those classrooms into the building is a big deal. It's going to give our teachers the ability to work with each other, to mentor and support each other in a very different way. And as Brigitta mentioned, Leo relies on a model that's really heavily invested in wraparound services for children and families. So we have health advocates, we have behavioral specialists on staff, we have family service workers, and we have educational content specialists. They've also all been spread across those 3 different buildings. So to have everybody under one roof is going to really improve the immediacy of service for our children when they need it. It also gives our case managers a chance to communicate with families and with caretakers during drop-off and pickup, so that there's good open communication, I think.
And you were mentioning your model, the Head Start model, and also the whole child, whole family. You don't just focus on, education. There's so much more to it, developmental, behavioral, all of that.
Yeah, what we're most excited about is the fact that the services that we provide, as Lisa mentioned, a child comes into our program and we do 11 assessments, and that includes heights and weights. We're looking at underweight, overweight in order to develop a nutrition plan for the child. We are looking at eyesight, hearing. We do testing for both of those things, and to look at and see if there are any deficiencies that we need that child to follow up with their health care provider, and that's where the health advocate comes into play. So a family that's coming into our program receives all the 11 assessments. They're assigned a family service worker and a health advocate. We're doing assessments to see if that child needs additional support within the classroom. 6 years ago, we started with 1 staff member, a manager that oversees our behavioral health or our behavior management, I should say. And since that hiring, we've now added 5 developmental behavior specialists for our classrooms. We have a team of 6 that is working together with the child in the classroom if they need help with regulation, as well as the parents to use those strategies at home, so that when that child enters kindergarten, not only will they be prepared academically, socially, emotionally, and with various skills. And then also we are working very closely with the parents or the family, whoever that child may have as their caregivers at home, to find out what their goals are. The parents are completing an assessment as well and identifying what they would like to, if they're underemployed, if they would like to complete or pursue their education. We're doing all those things together. And then, as Lisa mentioned, those staff now have been spread across our various buildings. And so we have what we're calling education success teams, where all that staff can sit together and share information as opposed to traveling from building to building.
Which you said increases efficiency, allows people to talk to each other better. And even just the design of the building. One of it looks like a barn door. They all have different designs, and even just the design is engaging to look at.
Oh,
so
I'm
cool.
so glad you said that. We're so excited about the creative elements that we were able to incorporate in the building. We have worked with a stellar development team. The architect is SV Design out of Beverly, and they have a very strong component that works on early childhood education. One of the ideas that they had was assigning different motifs and entryways for the classrooms. It helps with wayfinding for our children, both color and the motifs. I think one of the things that we're really proud of is that we took their initial ideas to our teaching staff, and the teachers loved the concept. One of the suggestions that they had was that we try and make the classroom entrances reflect the lived experience of our families here in Lynn.
Ooh, wow.
And so, we tweaked the ideas a little bit, and we came up with things like using the blue line and the purple line as a doorway entrance, taking the idea of just a regular bakery or a grocery store to a bodega or a Guatemalan bakery, something that you would see if you were walking down Essex Street or Market Street.
And just the detail you put into all of that really is extraordinary and shows the model where the kids are comfortable, they're seeing things they recognize, and that helps them as well, really open up.
Well, we're really proud of the fact of that entryway into Lynn. If you're traveling in from Swampscott or Marblehead, or you're coming from Boston into Swampscott or Marblehead, and you're passing through Broad Street, that it's really a nice pop of color, and it really brightens the whole street. And our capital campaign team was very, very engaged in ensuring that this building was a real testament to the devotion of Lynn to the early education, and that it be a highlight within the city.
Well, that was definitely accomplished, as I said, through the design and hearing you speak about it. I do have to wrap up in a moment, but was there anything I hadn't touched upon that you wanted to make sure you mentioned?
I think the only thing I'd want to say is that we are closing out both the building project and the campaign. We've had tremendous support from the community, but there's still opportunity out there for anybody a business, an angel investor, anybody who wants to make sure that we get over the finish line.
Yes.
We would be happy to have you join us, and always happy to talk to you.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And we a special thanks to the city for their contribution to the project. We received the largest ARPA grant of $3 million, so that really helped us with our progress within our campaign. But as Lisa mentioned, there's still little work to be done, so there's still opportunity if anybody's interested in investing in the project.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for coming on. I'm really excited to see this unveiling in a few months, to see all the hard work that you've put in be unveiled.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danny.
Of course, thank you anytime. And once again, I'm Danny Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests.